When Grandma Evelyn gifted brand new iPhones to all her grandkids except one, she thought it wouldn't matter. But what happened afterwards shook the entire family and made her question everything she believed. Was leaving one child out really worth the price she had to pay? Before we dive into the story, don't forget to click subscribe and let us know in the comments which city you're watching from. It was supposed to be a happy family Christmas. Snow was falling in lazy flakes outside Grandma Evelyn's country house. The fireplace crackled, and the scent of cinnamon and roasted ham filled the air. The entire family had gathered cousins, uncles, and grandkids' laughter echoing through the living room as brightly wrapped presents piled beneath the tall Christmas tree. My 7-year-old daughter, Layla, was dressed in her favorite red sweater with the reindeer on it, clutching the handmade card she had spent hours creating for Grandma Evelyn. It had glitter, crooked handwriting, and a drawing of the two of them holding hands. She was beaming. "Grandma's going to love this," she whispered to me, pride glowing on her face. I smiled and stroked her hair. "Of course she will, sweetheart." When it was finally time to exchange gifts, Evelyn clapped her hands together, standing beside the tree. Her white curls framed a warm smile. Now, everyone gather around. This year, I have something special for my wonderful grandkids." The room erupted in excited chatter as she pulled out a box filled with sleek white packages. "iPhones," shouted Jake, my nephew, ripping open the wrapping to reveal a brand new model. One by one, she handed the boxes to each grandchild. Even the teenagers, who rarely looked up from their screens, were visibly impressed. Cheers, thank yous, and hugs followed. Except for one child. "Leela!" She waited patiently, her little card clutched tightly in both hands, but Grandma Evelyn never looked her way. Her name was never called. My heart began to thud. Finally, Lila stepped forward, holding up her card. "Merry Christmas, Grandma. I made this for you." Evelyn blinked, surprised. She took the card slowly. "Oh, thank you, dear. That's very sweet." And that was it. No phone. Not even a candy cane. I felt heat rising in my cheeks. My daughter's smile wavered, but she said nothing. She walked back to my side, head slightly bowed. Later that evening, I pulled Evelyn aside in the kitchen. The laughter from the living room now sounded distant, muted. Why didn't Leela get an iPhone like the others? Evelyn raised an eyebrow, unbothered. "She's not really family, dear. I mean, she is, but you married into the family. And she's not my blood granddaughter." I didn't think she'd expect one. I was stunned. "She's 7. "And she spent days making that card for you." Evelyn shrugged. "Well, I can't buy iPhones for everyone. Besides, I figured she wouldn't even need one at her age." I clenched my jaw. "It's not about the phone, Evelyn. It's about how you made her feel, like she didn't belong." But Evelyn had already turned away, busying herself with arranging cookies on a platter. We left the next morning without saying much. Lila was quiet in the car. I tried to cheer her up with music and promises of a fun weekend, but something in her had dimmed. Weeks passed. We avoided family gatherings. I couldn't bear the thought of facing Evelyn. Lila never complained, never brought it up, but I noticed she stopped drawing. The card she once made proudly hung on the fridge, but one day it disappeared. Then in spring, something happened. It started with a knock at Evelyn's door. She opened it to find a young woman, Melissa, the eldest granddaughter, standing there with a solemn expression. "We need to talk, Grandma." "Oh, what's the matter?" "It's about what happened at Christmas." "About Lila." Evelyn looked confused. "What about her?" Melissa stepped inside and handed her an envelope. Inside were printed screenshots from a private family group chat she wasn't part of. In the chat, each of the grandkids was discussing the Christmas gifts. "Jake, can you believe Grandma left Lila out? That was cold." "Amanda, I felt so bad watching her just sit there." She didn't say a word. That card she made was adorable. "Tyler, honestly, made me not even want the phone. It felt wrong." "Melissa, we should do something. Maybe return the phones and get something for Lila together." Evelyn stared at the papers. I didn't know. You hurt her, Grandma, Melissa said gently. And not just her, all of us. It changed how we see you. Evelyn sat down, suddenly looking much older. I thought I was doing something nice. But kindness has to include everyone, or it's just favoritism. A few weeks later, Evelyn showed up unannounced at our house. She looked awkward, holding a large paper bag and a bouquet of sunflowers. Is Layla home? She was. She peeked from behind my legs as Evelyn knelt down. I owe you a big apology, sweet girl, Evelyn said. I was wrong not to include you. Not just in the presents, but in my heart. I hope you'll forgive me. Lila looked at me, then at Evelyn, then at the bag. Evelyn held it up. Inside wasn't an iPhone. It was an art set: paints, markers, glitter, sketchbooks. High-quality supplies, the kind a child could get lost in for hours. I know it's not a phone, Evelyn said, but I remembered your beautiful card, and I thought maybe you'd like to make more. Lila's eyes lit up for the first time in months. Thank you, Grandma. She hugged her. Evelyn stayed for dinner. It was a little awkward, but we all tried. In the weeks that followed, she made more effort visiting, calling, even helping Lila with art projects. Slowly, the distance softened. And on the next Christmas, she didn't give out iPhones. Instead, she handed out personal gifts to each grandchild: a journal for the aspiring writer, a guitar tuner for the musician, a science kit for the budding chemist. And for Lila, another sketchbook. Everyone smiled, not because of what they got, but because they all got seen. As for Evelyn, what she got in return wasn't flashy or expensive, but it was everything. A family that welcomed her back, a granddaughter who held her hand again, and a lesson she would never forget. Sometimes the best gifts aren't things. They're second chances.